Yeah. Hey. IssaRap TV, man.
From the DFW Metro.
Y'all know who it is.
Stand the fuck up right now, man.
Hey guys, it's IssaRap TV and I'm Queen V, and today we have Candyy Rodriguez. Hey, welcome.
Hey, baby.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I was born in Puerto Rico, but I'm from New York.
Okay.
I've basically been living in Dallas for the past 12 years.
Okay.
I do a lot in the industry.
So what part of New York?
Boogie down Bronx.
Ooh, what was it like growing up there?
Rough.
Yeah, you gotta be kind of like
I'm not
gangsterish to
even
live
gonna
there.
lie, rough. There's a reason why I moved down here, because it's very easy to get down the wrong paths very fast.
So did you just pick up your bags and just leave?
Yeah, because it was either that I was gonna be dead or in jail.
Okay.
Like, to be honest.
For
yeah.
sure. Is Candy your real name?
No.
So how did you get the nickname Candy?
I was given to it. When I was out here and started doing promotions at 18, I was using my real name, but my real name involved also my family, like people finding my family because of my real name and blah, blah, blah. And so this guy that I worked for, the owner of the club, he was like, "You're just so sweet. You're just like Candy." It's like, okay. He goes, "I'm going to call you Candy." So I stuck with it.
Candy.
But I added 2 Y's at the end to just make it a little bit different.
Because she's different, okay. Okay, so marketing, being a promoter, you started at 18. What made you want to get into that field?
I was a boxer, and so I started actually promoting boxing events. So like I wasn't like the ring girl or nothing like that. Like I legit was like the one that interviewed the boxers and all that stuff. So like, I mean, I fell in love with the sport all my life, and then started interviewing. So I started promoting.
So did you ever box, or you just
Yeah.
oh, you did?
Yeah, I boxed since I was 10 years old, and then went to MMA when I was 15.
What made you want to get into that? Just
Anger management.
that was a good way to get it out.
I'm not gonna lie, anger management.
So what made you want to stop boxing?
Cause like to be in the reality of things, like the more punches you take, the more like fucked up you get.
Yeah.
Like to be honest, and then like I had to think about like my future as a woman, if I wanted a family in a lifetime, all that stuff. Like I have to be okay, and like one wrong hit, like your life can really end when it comes to boxing to MMA. Like one wrong hit, like it can destroy your life.
Did it run in your family?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was like some kind of
Yeah.
connection.
My pops was a boxer all his life, and he's actually my stepdad, but he's like my dad. He raised me since I was 4, and I was always a tomboy, and I was always getting in fights in school and all this shit. And he was just like, "Yeah, we're just gonna put you in the ring to avoid this problem because your hands are registered, so that avoids you to fight outside of the ring, so you can't get in no more trouble." And it worked.
Do you think you could teach people like how to fight?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Would you be willing to?
Oh yeah, especially for women, because I feel like they definitely need to learn how to be able to defend themselves. Now, doesn't mean you have to go act out and just put your hands on anybody, or especially men, because my personal opinion, women are not respecting a lot of men these days neither. So just because you have the tool to protect yourself, don't mean you have to use it against other people neither.
Because you know they will.
Exactly. So I don't teach everybody, but I do. I can't teach.
So did you jump into the interviews because you knew like I no longer want to fight, but I still want to be a part?
Say that again?
Interviews, you begin to interview them?
So it was just more of trying to understand their background, because every fighter has a different story of why they started doing it.
Did you interview after you decided that you couldn't box anymore?
I was still fighting at the time, actually,
Okay.
but it was underground fights.
Look at you, little hustler. I see you. Okay, and so then you got into promotions, and then what was your first like big club or event that you promoted?
I got into promotions, and then I was doing more like the Latin scene, but what made me like really fall in love with it is Prime Bar. I went to Prime Bar. Yeah.
In Dallas?
Yes, in Dallas. I went to Prime Bar after doing different promotions, and they were having a showcase.
Okay.
And I was like, showcase? Like for who? For what? Like, what is this? And they're like, we need you to sign these people up, just talk to them, get their music set. I was like, music? Like, hold on. And I fell in love with the simple fact of seeing these artists just grinding it out, mastering their craft, like believing in their dreams and their goals. And I was like, I want this. And I took it head on after that.
So you did get paid for your promotion?
Yes.
Okay. Do you ever like say like you don't have to pay me and it's okay, I'll still promote?
Most definitely, yes. Because I always believe in the actual love and support in people. So like I don't sit here if you have a good cause behind it, or if you're just really good people. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, it's 150 to book me. Like no, like if you have a good thing coming behind it, I'm gonna support it 1,010%. But you're also not gonna take advantage of me neither.
For sure, for sure. So can you pack like you're promoting like a club? Can you pack that?
Oh yeah, most definitely can.
When did you become so confident?
My birthday bash I had a few years ago. It was an all-white party and it had more than 400 people there.
Shit.
And that's when I was like, holy crap.
How did you feel at that moment?
It was awesome. Like I didn't know half the people there, but it was just cool to see like what I could actually do if I put everything into it. For sure.
So you ever thought about like being a manager?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think I might be psychic. Okay, so how long have you been managing?
I've been managing on and off for 3 years. This year is when I actually took it very, very serious.
Why this year?
Because I went through a lot of stuff that just made me realize like it's time to boss up and time to actually go for my dreams and goals, but also help people to get to theirs.
Okay. Reach one, teach one.
Hey.
Okay, so when it comes to managing, what are the pros about it? Like, what do you enjoy about it?
Seeing their their faces light up, like after every performance, after every photo shoot, every interview, like it just like them believing in themselves more than what they did like the day before type of stuff.
Do they have to come with a budget?
So it's crazy. Like most managers have a contract.
For sure.
I don't have a contract for my artists. I have just what I stand behind, which is loyalty and family. Like I expect, the more I grind for you, the more that I show you that you can do this. I expect when if you make it, not even if, when you make it, I expect the same loyalty in return that you bring me up with you.
You know, everybody don't have the same loyalty.
No, and it's a win and a loss in every occasion. But
How do
I
you deal with
those.
that disappointment?
It hurts, of course, because it's a lot of investments that I put into it. But at the end of the day, I have the ones that have still been with me since day one. And those are the ones that matter to me.
Sure.
And I keep going.
What motivates you?
My team. My team. I have not just my team, but they're my family. Like I have people like LBB EDM that are just, that's my rock. Like when I can't do it, I don't have the energy to do it, she makes me do it, kind of thing. They push me. My family, even though they don't support exactly what I do, I mean, money talks. When I bring in the money and I pay the bills, like they get it. They just don't like the lifestyle because being in the music industry is rough.
For sure.
So,
For sure.
yeah.
And how do you deal with that disappointment? Like being in here and being tough. Like you throw a show for your artist and nobody shows up, but you have these 10, your artists, you got 10 of them, you know, walked in this door and there's nobody there.
So it's happened a few times, but like I tell my artists, and I have to try to think the same exact way, is you have to perform like if there's 10 people in the crowd, but make it think like there's 1,000. You're always gonna show up and show out. So even when I'm emceeing and doing all this stuff and taking care of my event, I gotta pretend if that's 5, 10, that's 1,000 right then and there. Because I know all I gotta do is, okay, what did I do wrong? Or what was going on in that day that I did not know that was going on that day? And just make sure the next show is 10 times better. And it happens.
For sure, for sure. Okay. So what do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
A&R. A&R, like actual, like our label being built to where my artists are on tours, they're performing concerts, like where I just have to stand in the back and just be like VIP, like y'all did it, and be happy, and we all getting paid, living our dream.
So how many is too many artists to manage?
I don't know, because right now I'm at like 6 and it's difficult. So I don't know, but the thing is, I'm not trying to bring just anyone on. And I've done my mistakes on that, but I also know like eventually like I'm the manager, but I'm gonna need an assistant to my manager. Sure. Like I'm gonna need it because it's hard to manage because I also have a personal life. Like when I can't be there, I need y'all to keep running stuff. And if it's not that I have an assistant, but my artists, they're so amazing that if I'm not there, they're gonna always represent.
For sure.
So I don't have to worry about nothing.
How do you differentiate like the ones that like like you should be getting paid when you step in this club, but you used to earn like artist management? Like we gotta figure this out because you need a little bit more
Development.
Yeah.
So when I judge, because there's a lot of contests that happen, so I get called to judge the contest to make sure it's non-biased, blah blah blah, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a list that I go based off of, and so that list itself, I learned it through a show that I had did before a few years back. So I judge them off of stage presence, sound quality, crowd participation, and the song choice that you picked. But I added a fourth one of love and support, because that's what I'm built on. And if you don't hit all of those, and it's literally 1 through 5, 5 being perfect, no one's perfect, so they're never gonna get a 5 type of thing. But that's how I rate, and that's how I'd be able to give my positive criticism. Hey, you didn't win because this is where you have to work on. Or you didn't win, or you did win, but you still need to work on this because this is where you're low at. So that's how I'm able to like kind of manage it and figure it out.
Have you ever had someone like disagree with you and kind of be like in their
all the
feelings about
time.
it? How do you handle it?
Dallas artists are always in their feelings.
Always.
No offense. Well, actually, no. You know what? I say that disrespectfully. I don't care.
They do.
But
They're
they're in their feelings. They're in their feelings. But the thing is, if you want to be able to succeed in Dallas, because this is the worst place to get love and support, is you have to be able to be that prime example to show love and support. You have to be that prime example of like what an artist should be to represent Dallas. Like, you're not just an artist, you're representing your city. And if you can't create that platform, if you can't be that individual to be that person for everybody else, you're not gonna make it nowhere.
Why do you think that Dallas won't come together and like support each other? Like, what's wrong?
Because everyone thinks that they're in competition instead of coming together. Everyone's in competition with each other. When it's really not, it's me against the world. It's really like, let's all get together because there's so much talent, and show people like we can be just as great as Chicago, just as Atlanta, all of this. But there's so much hate that it's just not gonna happen, unfortunately.
For sure, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So do you make your artists like try out, or like do you just like listen to their music and you're like, no, you're not it?
So the artists that are like my right hand, they basically scout with me in the sense of either we approach you, and if you do approach us, I'm like, okay, cool, I can check your next show. Let me see what you got. Like, you have to live audition. Like, I don't care of a track because I have to see the whole artist as an individual. You can send me a badass song, and I'm like, holy crap. But then imagine I go put you on stage and you just, no, I can't do that. Like, I can't do it. Like, I need an artist that I can develop, because I don't need a perfect artist, but that I can develop and see that you can be coachable. So really, like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be a part of the team.
For sure. Do you tell them like how they have to dress and like what they have to wear?
No, not at all. Everyone's different, and you have to be unique and be yourself always. Because I'm always gonna be myself too.
So do you guys like go out and like celebrate? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not always work. Like, you guys team up and you're like, hey, today we're just gonna go party because we've been doing our damn thing. Because they've been doing their damn thing.
Yeah, like definitely. Like, this weekend was my birthday. Like, yes, it was still a bit of business, but it was also just a time to celebrate who L&M is and what we got going.
Okay.
As well.
Who inspires you to like keep fucking moving? You're badass.
That's a hard question. I don't really have family support. Like, so in reality, like, I don't really have a lot of close friends. So like the ones that I do have, like, they're the ones that motivate me. Because I've tried to give up multiple times, and they do not let me.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, they're my inspiration because they see what I believe in them, but they also believe in me, even when I don't believe in myself.
So you feel like you're walking in your purpose?
Yeah, I do.
Feels good, huh?
It is. It does feel good, but it's scary.
For sure.
That's for sure.
You got it. You
yeah,
got it.
It's scary.
So how do you protect your peace? Because in this industry, it can be a little.
Just one day at a time. One day at a time.
She's human, one day at a time.
Yeah, I'm very much human. Some days are harder than others, but I'll cry, pick myself back up, talk some shit, and then cry again, talk some shit, pick myself back up. Like, I'm a Cancer. But I'm a July Cancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like y'all.
Yeah.
July.
July Cancer. So like, we are emotional, but it's more like a 0 to 100 really, really fast. It's more of like, I'm crying and either you really hurt me or I'm about to be really
But y'all
mad
really
and run.
loyal. Y'all gonna stay on your shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the longest friendship I've had was with a Cancer.
Yeah.
July.
We're extremely loyal.
For sure.
But it also fucks us over.
Yeah, you keep going. Your wins are way more better than your losses. Yes, ma'am. All right, so if somebody wanted to like book you to be their manager, how do they find you?
So they would reach my Instagram. So it's gonna be Candy CANDYY _Rodriguez with the Z at the end. And they would just message me. I'll let them know what shows I have coming up.
Okay.
You basically, that's your audition. Book yourself for the show,
Okay.
and we'll go from there. But you don't only audition for me. You're auditioning for my other artists that are on the team.
Oh, so they're a part.
Yeah, they're a part of it, most definitely.
Oh, that's sweet.
I respect their opinion a lot.
So if all don't agree, it's like they can't get on the team, or how does that work?
Yeah, there's been plenty of artists that I take a lot of the certain people on my team that is very loyal to me, that I take their opinions very strongly, and if it's not, it's a no, it's a no.
Y'all better come with it, okay? Yeah. All right. All right, you guys. So when they come to you, though, they don't have to have any cash. They can just come. So y'all better really come.
I'm here to
Can't
help
buy
and
her.
develop.
All right. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. You guys want a manager? There you go. I just put you up. Okay. Well, IssaRap did. Okay. But it's a wrap. All right, you guys. So see you next time. Thank you.